It's our second trading day so far this week, and we've taken about 2 entries from yesterday. This was our first entry that we took down here. From my previous video, I did a market recap whereby I showed you guys how I took this entry down here. And again today, I took this entry and I shared it with my VIP members. So I gave them this entry. You see that ended up giving us about 159 pips today, and yesterday we secured about 176 pips. So I want to do a quick market recap whereby I'll show you guys how these how I saw this opportunity in the market and decided to take it. So as obvious, from the previous week, those on Friday we had this impulse move that the market gave us from this point all the way down here. And after this impulse move, obviously we did expect this market to give us this correction that is giving us at this point. So still right now, even though we took a buy entry at this point, this market is still on a correction, because again we are expecting this market to continue pushing to the downside. But before that, it will play around this area. Probably it might play around this area the whole of this week. And again, we have some economic data probably coming out this week, so which means it might push the market to either direction that we're expecting. But for now, this is what I'm expecting the market to be doing around this area, because you've seen it's giving us these higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So probably this what is likely to be happening maybe today. This is what happened today. Then this is probably what is likely to be happening tomorrow. It might come down a little bit, then go up a little bit, just like that, playing around this area before it gives us a clean entry for us to take that big drop to the downside. So for now, I want to do a quick market recap and show you how I'm looking at how I got this entry. And again, I'll do a market breakdown whereby I'll show you what I'm expecting the market to be doing probably tomorrow and even before this week ends, so that at least you know what you should be looking for in the market. So the first thing, I had this mentality from yesterday. After taking this buy at this point down here, I was still expecting this market to continue push up a little bit. So because you can see down here from yesterday, it gave us these double bottoms at this point. Then we broke above this area with this big impulse move. So waking up today, this is what was happening before the London session. The market was giving us this correction. And obviously, guys, I normally tell you, whenever a market has given you an impulse move, you should expect the market to give you a correction. So you can see from down here, so this from down here, the market gave us this impulse move all the way from down here. We went up to this area, gave us this correction. Then after giving me this correction, I waited for this market. Looking at this market at this point, I saw that this a good opportunity probably for me to start looking for areas to go in and take advantage of these short-term buys at this point. So looking at this market at this point, I saw it started giving me reversal patterns at this point. And again, looking at this area where the market was giving me these reversal patterns was a key area that we had from the previous day, which was on Monday at this point down here. So we had this support that the market had created from the previous day on Monday. So this correction coming down to this area, I waited for this market at least to give me a sign that I should go in. So after the market breaking above this correction area, I'll go to the smaller time frame and show you guys. After the market breaking above this correction area, I decided to take my buy entry from there. And also before doing that, I've been telling you from my previous videos that whenever you see a market giving you an impulse move, you obviously should expect the market to give you a correction. And that's what happened here. We can see we're having this correction at this point, then the market breaking above this area and giving us this impulse move again. So this is what has happened today. It has given us this impulse move. So probably what might be happening at this point again, after that impulse move, we might have another correction whereby the market will come down to this area and give us the third touch. After giving us the third touch, probably give us a reversal pattern. Then after that, it will continue pushing probably to the upside in this correction area. And again, that was not the only confluence that I was looking for, because if you look at this market again, if I pull my Fibonacci tool, the market is reacting around this 5061 area down here. Let me just use this Fibonacci tool so that you can see. So If I put my Fibonacci tool from down here where we had this impulse move all the way up here, so you can see that this area where the market is reacting around this the 6178 area, this is 6178 area at this point, whereby the market came to this area and started giving us this kind of rejection. And again, looking at it, I saw the market was giving me this second touch at this point. Then I decided to go to the smaller time frames at least and try to understand if I can see some kind of structures which the market was creating at this point. So going to the smaller time frame, this is what I saw at this point. Going to the smaller time frame, I saw this market gave me this inverse head and shoulder at this point. So from the 15-minute time frame, I saw this inverse head and shoulder at this point. And normally, guys, I normally tell you that whenever you see an inverse head and shoulder on a downtrend, that probably is a reversal pattern. There's a possibility of the market reversing to the upside. So I took my entry after seeing this market breaking above this correction area at this point, whereby we saw the market went up a little bit, then came down again, then before it continued pushing to our direction. I want to show you the reason why the market came down at this point, because if you can see from this point again, we had a bigger inverse head and shoulder that the market gave us at this point. This was our left shoulder at this point, then went up again a little bit, came down, gave us this head, went up, that came down again, gave us this right head at this point, then continued pushing to our direction, whereby you saw it went straight with this big impulse move, taking out our take profit. So actually today my take profit one was at 23.16. Where was that? This is where TP1 was. This is where my take profit one was. Then I was expecting the market to continue pushing to the upwards, but the market didn't do that, because as you can see at this area, we have this conjunction at this point from the support area that we're having from the bigger time frames. From this 4-hour time frame, you see there's a support area at this point. Then again, if you look at the market from the 1-hour time frame, again you can see this resistance zone that we have at this point from this trend line. So probably that's the reason why the market didn't continue pushing to the upwards. But as you can see, still this market is on an uptrend. There's a possibility of it continue pushing to the upwards, but it might come down a little bit to this area at least to give us a third touch at this point before it continues pushing to the upwards. So that's how I'm looking at the market at the moment, and that's what I saw before taking this entry. These are the kind of patterns that I was looking for before taking that entry. So probably this week I'm expecting this market at least to go up a little bit. I'm expecting it to go up a little bit. You see, from this point we're having this correction from the previous week. I've told you from the NFP that we had last week on Friday. So again, you see this market giving us this kind of structure at this point. So for us to take a sell entry, for us, because we're expecting this market to be giving us that drop to this area down here. So probably for that to happen, because if you look at this market from the bigger perspective, from the bigger time frames, like if we look at it from the bigger time frames, like the monthly time frame, yearly time frame, all the structures that the market is giving us bullish, bearish. So which means there's a possibility of this market to continue pushing to the downside. So looking at it at this point, so looking at this market at this point, I'm expecting to go up a little bit, maybe probably to this area up here, before probably we continue pushing to the downside, because this is an area where we have a resistance zone. This is a very strong resistance zone that we have at this point. So probably if this market does break above this area, then tomorrow I'll expect it to push up a little bit, either to this area before it continues pushing to the downside again. So, and again, if it does come to this area, this is 6178 area from our Fibonacci tool. So which means if it comes to this area, this will be a very, very good place for us to take our sell entry, having our target all the way down here. But still, I normally tell you to take your profits along the way, because you never know what the market will be doing. So that's how I'm looking at this market at the moment. And again, if we look at the DXY, because I normally use the DXY as part of my confluences when taking gold entries. When taking gold entries, I normally try to use this DXY as my confluence, because you can see from this point we had that break above the market on the DXY broke above this zone that we are having at this point. This was a downtrend that we are having, then we see this market breaking above this area. So I'm expecting at least this market to push down a little bit to this area down here, because there's a gap down here where the market didn't close. So I'm expecting at least this market will push down a little bit to close this gap that we have at this point. Then after that, now we might continue pushing to the upwards for long term, for the long term. So that's how I'm looking at this market. So I gave these signals to only the VIP members today, but from the next signal, if I get the best entry again, I'll give it to the free Telegram channel members. So which means you can go there and get to take advantage of these entries that I normally give out when the market gives me the opportunity, guys. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Profit and Edge signing out. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Adios.